What is up, guys? Tyson Dela Cruz here. Thank you so much for rocking with me. Is Donald Trump refusing to acknowledge Kamala Harris's authentic blackness? I got a clip from the Candace Owens podcast, and I'd love to get your guys' thoughts on this. I got a chuckle watching Candace kind of piece this together. It was pretty humorous to me. And then after that, we're going to jump into some clips from Joe Rogan talking about the similar things. But as people are rolling into the feed, I'd love to get your thoughts on this. Drop your comments down below. Let me know what you think about this whole situation. I saw her at her recent rally where there was a lot of mixed reviews coming out of the rally, where I guess she had hired Megan Thee Stallion to perform at the rally, or it was presumed as a free concert with an announcement for Kamala Harris. I'm not sure 100% how that worked out. Let me see. Kamala Harris and let's see. Say what's up while you're dropping in on the chat. Let me know where you're coming from. Here we go. Let's run with the New York Post. Megan Thee Stallion opens up. Make sure you guys can see it here. There we go. That's good. Megan Thee Stallion. Oh, all these pop-ups. Gosh, what is this? How are you rid of this shit? Okay. New York Post, man, with the pop-ups, bro. Megan Thee Stallion opens up Harris's campaign rally with vulgar performance, unbothered and relaxing. Whatever that means. Hip-hop star Megan Thee Stallion pumped up the crowd at Vice President Kamala Harris's campaign rally in Atlanta on Tuesday by performing her hit song featuring unsavory, the X-rated lyrics. She took the stage in Georgia State in a blue pantsuit, sexy-looking pantsuit. But look at this. Let's see. The rapper was flanked by dancing in matching attire and warm-up performance before Harris took the stage. Just over a week after Harris, 59, officially launched her bid for the White House as vice president, told her supporters, the vital swing state, that she was an underdog in the race and blasted former President Donald Trump as a predator. Let's jump into this. Let me see what these people are talking about, because I have not really watched this. Let's see. How many ads are going to pop up? None. Oh, look at the white people in the back. The Karens in the back bouncing their head. Did you see the Karens? Look at the Karens. See them? She's like, oh my gosh, I love Megan Thee Stallion. I love Megan Thee Stallion. Got three Karens in the front. Pop, pop, pop. Let's go. What? Wow. All right. It's super weird. Let's jump into Candace Owens, see what she has to say about this whole debacle here.
Let's talk about Kamala Harris.
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
I'm gonna now code switch. Let me talk to you about Kamala Harris because she is my girl. These streets is talking, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm finna go vote for. Let me talk to you about. I'm gonna now code switch. Let me talk to you about Kamala Harris because she is my girl. These streets is talking.
She said these streets are talking. It reminds me of that BET clip. Hold up. I'm gonna play this. I'll play it for you guys. Let's go.
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
I'm gonna now code switch. Let me talk to you about Kamala Harris because she is my girl. These streets is talking, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm finna go vote for Kamala Harris right now. Sorry, I just want to make sure my Black listeners know that they should vote for her. And apparently the only way they can understand why they should vote for her is if I speak in Ebonics. So again, I'm going to just keep that going. Girl, whew, thank goodness we have upon us a strong Black candidate. So here's the deal. You have Kamala Harris, and she was throughout her entire political life a very proud Indian woman. And that makes sense because in case you didn't know this, Kamala Harris, despite being some percentage of Black, her father is not fully Black, her mother is fully Indian. She grew up with just her mother because her parents divorced when she was either 4 or 7, when she was very young. She wouldn't have quite a memory of her father. That's why she doesn't speak about her Black father. So it is an absolute absurdity to suggest that Kamala Harris grew up in an environment where she was being impacted by Black culture. I'll show you a couple of pictures of her, by the way, growing up. There she is. This is her as an adult, obviously, with her mother, and perhaps, I'm guessing, her sister, not entirely sure. Here is another photo of Kamala Harris with her mother, and her mother looks very Indian to me. Her mother looks like Princess Jasmine. Exactly like Princess Jasmine's hairstyle, right? Here she is. Traditional Indian upbringing that Kamala Harris had. And I want to be clear, Kamala Harris, like I said, loved being an Indian woman because it helped her when she was running for various positions. And when she became a senator, she got to applaud the fact that she was the first Indian American. She was so proud of her heritage as an Indian her entire life. I'm just going to jog your memory by showing you just a couple of clips of how the news covered her, because this is how she was running. Take a listen.
California's Kamala Harris is the first Indian American U.S. senator.
And California's Attorney General Kamala
On the
Harris
Indian
has scripted
channel,
history
too.
as she won the U.S. Senate seat from the state, becoming the first Indian American to achieve this feat.
And certainly you could become the first Indian senator in U.S. history, which would be quite an accomplishment.
Not good.
I think she was speaking a different language. She's very excited. Anyways, that was Kamala Harris before she found out that she had to go Black. She had to go Black. And that is what has to happen if you want to secure the Black vote and you're a Democratic candidate. They're not even updating the menu.
What are you guys' thoughts on this? I think there's some stuff going on. It's interesting. It's interesting because when we watch that Megan Thee Stallion and we see what kind of what Joe Biden had said in the past about if you don't vote for me, then you ain't Black, things like that to sway the Black vote. To me, in regards of Trump's consistency, Trump is consistent. That's one real. He's consistent with any person, Blacks, whites, news media. It's the same. You're getting the same thing, and it's like just raw.
Manuscript. I respect it. They are like, okay, what do we do every 4 years? They're like, okay, first find a Black person that dies in the hand of police. Got it. Done. Talk about that person and talk about police brutality. Got it. Done. Who we got? We got Sonia Massey. Okay, we're going to start talking about her, get them all fired up. Let's do some headlines against Black conservatives, go after Candace Owens. Okay, great. Got it. Done. What's next? We need you to just go black. Can you do that? Yes. What do I have to do to be black? Well, you got to find some rappers to say, like, you know, you're black, because that's how you become black, by the way. Apparently, you just have to have a couple of rappers shout you out in the right way, because, you know, Eminem shouted me out in the other way. The rappers, I guess, are doing the check now of who's allowed to be black and who's not allowed to be black. And so it makes perfect sense since Joe Biden, I know she probably wanted to call Cardi B, but, you know, they were like, oh, we already used Cardi B in 2020 to get Joe Biden elected. And then Joe Biden didn't speak about Cardi B for 4 years. Definitely didn't hit her up, call her for any advice. It might be too hot right now. If we hit her back up, let's try somebody similar to her or someone that she's friends with. Megan Thee Stallion. And you know that she was like, who is Megan the Stallion? What is that? Like at the Kentucky Derby?
Kentucky Derby.
No. What is that? Like at the Kentucky Derby? Voting on a horse? No. That she was like, who is Megan the Stallion? What is that? Like at the Kentucky Derby? Voting on a horse? No. Megan the Stallion. She's like one half of the hip hop WAP duo. And she was like, okay, look, whatever, get her on the phone. And they said, Megan, the White House is calling and we have a woman who's now black. She said no black experiences. Definitely wasn't getting her head popped by the brush like the rest of us were. She has no idea what that means. She doesn't even get that. So we're talking about moving your head, just getting hit by a brush. But she's going to lean into this, and we need you to get on stage and just twerk, because that's what you black people like, right? And Megan Thee Stallion answered the call. Here she is, guys, on stage, shaking her booty for Kamala Harris.
Everybody in the crowd to make some noise for Miss Harris.
Oh, I'm just going to doing that. I think all black people will watch this podcast if I just start shaking my butt. So I'm going to start shaking my butt. That'll get people to listen to me, obviously. Oh, now we know you black. Because I saw Candace, she was working on her podcast, and now I know for sure that she is black. And here is what's amazing. And there are some black people that are calling this out for the code switch, but it is the round of applause that she is getting as she tells these horrific jokes. So just to jog your memory, let's not forget what she said at BET, but the BET Awards, when she did this awful cringe-inducing skit
Harris,
that I should be able to sue her for. I cringed so hard to sue her. But here's what she said at the end of that skit. Take a listen.
Yeah, girl, I'm out here in these streets.
Oh,
she out here in these streets.
Yeah, girl, she out here in these streets. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I respect it. What do you want me to do? I respect it. It's good. It's good. And I thought that was the worst cringe. But then came her speech. I don't even know where she was speaking. And she did the appeal again. Again, take a listen.
Donald Trump, on the other hand, has been talking a big game about securing our border, but he does not walk the walk. Or as my friend Quavo would say, he does not walk it like he talks it.
Oh.
Oh. Oh man, what do you guys think about that? He doesn't. Where did she get the accent? She's never had this accent before.
Again, take a listen.
Donald Trump, on the other hand, has been talking a big game about securing our border, but he does not walk the walk. Or as my friend Quavo would say, he does not walk it like he talks it.
Oh, she's friends with Quavo. What's next? Eminem gonna drop a couple of songs telling her she's definitely black, not like Candace Owens. Yo. What is this? Okay, you know what? When I see this, this is how it feels to me. So imagine if I decided to run, I don't know, in India. And I just decided to be like, hello, thank you very much for helping to watch the Candace show. I'm coming to you live from the Candace podcast.
This clip right here has me. It has me cracking up very much cracking up. You know what I'm talking about? It crack. Oh my god, I laughed so hard.
What do you guys think? Do you think that Indian people be offended by that? Because that's literally me watching her try to code switch and put on a black scent, right? Becoming I guess, a cartoon stereotype of what she believes every black person sounds like and can relate to. That's what it's like for me as I watch that. And if I ever see Kamala Harris, that's exactly how I'm going to talk. That's exactly how I'm going to talk. I'm going to talk like a Simpsons character. And then we're just going to see what happens as she starts pretending to be black. And then I'm just going to throw back to her pretending to be Indian, because that is the culture that she actually identifies with. And we're just going to see where we get. And the answer is going to be nowhere. But here's my thing. Okay. If black people vote for her on the basis of that, okay, well, Candace is not black. If black people vote for her on the basis of her pretending that she listens to Megan Thee Stallion and Quavo, she has not. Have you seen her husband? Nope. Doesn't bring him around nowhere. Nope. She does not. Have you seen her entire family? There's no one in that household that is listening to Megan Thee Stallion. Not a single person that's listening to Megan Thee Stallion, least of all her. Okay. But if you're going to vote for her according to that, you deserve what you get.
Oh,
I don't care. Call me any. I don't care. I respect it. If you keep buying the salt and you're a slug, then I gotta just respect the game.
Oh man. The video had me cracking up. Kudos. We're going to jump into this media gaslighting about Kamala Harris from Rogan.
Moment. The least popular vice president is the worst vice president
I'm just going to show a portion of this because he makes a really good point here.
ever. Was so everybody forever was like, Kamala Harris is the worst vice president. She's the least popular vice president of all time. And then in a moment in time, all of a sudden she's our solution. She's our hero. Everybody's with her. All these social media posts about her. Try Googling a negative story on her. You won't find one.
So,
ta-da!
Okay, you've got me started, Officer Harris. So, they've been doing this live for years. So in 2019, our pal Tulsi absolutely nuked her in that second debate. And if you looked at charts at the time, she's kind of Officer Harris is like doing okay. First debate, she comes out, Joe Biden, you're a racist. The Democrats were looking for an alternative to Bernie Sanders that wasn't Biden. She starts going up in the polls, right? Second debate comes out. Tulsi, being a good Hawaiian, knows how to roast the pig. Just completely slams her. Not only that, she has no counterpunch. She goes on Anderson Cooper and she's like, well, I'm a top tier candidate, so of course people are going to take shots at me. That's her answer. She immediately starts going down in the polls. It's that day. You can see it on the chart I have on my Twitter. All the articles at the time that did an autopsy on Kamala Harris's failed campaign didn't mention Tulsi once.
Yeah.
It was BBC, LA Times, Reuters, New Yorker. A guy from the Washington Post just did a piece looking back on her campaign. Didn't mention Tulsi either. They completely pretend it didn't happen.
Well, it just shows you that what they're looking for is not what they say they're looking for.
Yes.
Because she is a strong woman. She is a person who served overseas twice. She in a medical unit. So she got to see people blown up by the war. She was a congresswoman for 8 years.
Yeah.
She is a person of color. She's everything you want. All those things you want.
But
and yeah, you don't want her.
Because she's not for war.
Yes.
Well,
she's also just not willing to play ball. There's a game that's being played. And if you're like, hey, you're not supposed to fucking move the ball. Like, oh, look at this bitch over here. Like, get out of here. You're going to fuck up our game. It's not real democracy. It's controlled parties.
Did you see that piece by Seymour Hersh that dropped over the weekend about the coup?
Yes. So explain to people what Seymour Hersh, I don't know if he's right, but he seems to be right a lot. And he was right about the Nord Stream pipeline, right?
What I was saying, and a lot of other people were saying, is the big issue is how do you get Biden out of the White House? So here's Biden's case. He's like, look, I got Trump out of the White House last time. I'm only behind 2 or 3 points in the polls. Kamala's polling worse than me in like 8 out of 10 polls. I won these delegates. Why the hell should I back down? And that's a very solid case. Jill, for the first time in her life, people care about her. She matters. As Hunter put it, I have it exactly here. She's a selfish, silly, entitled cunt. That was how Hunter described her.
Whoa.
Yeah, we have the text.
Whoa.
And then all the public pressure, Biden, you got to drop out, Biden got to drop out, Biden got to drop out. Nancy Pelosi's a gangster. I wouldn't want to fuck with her. I wouldn't want to fuck with Mitch McConnell. These people don't mess around. And everyone said, or a lot of people said, they're going to have to go to threats. Because why else would he step down? He's earned it, that presidency, and he's earned the nomination.
But if there was ever a time to invoke the 25th Amendment, wouldn't you think this is the time?
Sure, but I don't think hold on. Here's the thing. Let's talk about this. So Seymour Hersh, who's been around DC since the 60s, I believe he wrote The Dark Side of Camelot, if I'm not mistaken. He had a thing on his Substack that goes, Biden got the call, and it was Obama, Pelosi, former Speaker of the House, Chuck Schumer, Majority Leader, Hakeem Jeffries, current House Minority Leader of the Democrats in the House, and they said, we got Kamala on board to invoke the 25th. If you don't drop the nomination, that's what's going to happen. The thing is, you were saying they're not invoking the 25th. He's still president.
Right, but I'm saying if there was a time that they were going to do that, this would be that time.
It was that time 4 years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's been that time.
But clearly now, right?
Well,
more than ever before.
Why? Because it's public?
No, it's deteriorating.
I don't think he's gotten that much worse.
Oh, he's gotten a lot worse. There's a video that compares him from 2019 to 2024. It's a marked difference.
Yeah, but I don't think there's a big difference between 2022 and 2024. There's like a 2.5-hour compilation of the campaign in 2020 where he forgets Obama's name.
Yeah, that's true. He had those gaffes back then, but they're constant now. He's barely hanging on.
He was fine to State of the Union. I think it's like sundowning, like.
Okay.
What?
You think there's a body double?
I'm glad that they're getting into that. I was going to film a separate video on that, but I'm glad they're getting into that because I've been doing some research, some recon on the intro webs, and the video of him coming out of the Oval Office, he looks significantly larger. And there were those reports from Charlie Kirk after Las Vegas, or while he was in Las Vegas. Let me find this video first for you guys. So there's two videos. There's the one where Biden departs the White House wearing an Olympic jacket, and he looks pepped up, man. He got a little pepperoni in his stepperoni. And the other one is when are they already deleting it? Here's the one with him looking significantly taller. Look at how tall he looks. And he's juicing. He got the jets on. He got the motorboats on his feet. He's walking. And then watch him walk up these steps like a champ. I've never, either he's on something. Look at him go. Go, Joe, go. Let me see. Let's go back to Rogan. Maybe they'll show the footage. Here we go.
Guy walked very differently than Biden.
Very
You saw
different.
that.
He's
It's
a
on-
lot taller.
It's on Scott Adams' Twitter. I saw that. I'm
He's-
like, am I Alex Jonesing today?
No, he's a lot taller.
Yeah.
No, he's physically taller.
Yeah,
And he
okay.
walks way better. Like as someone who, like you watch Biden walk, he had a stiffness. Like death was coming for him.
And before everyone
know?
freaks out, has their mousetraps on their heads go off, I think there should be more presidential Biden doubles because one president almost got murdered. So if we have ways to keep them safe, let's use them.
Okay, that's a good thing to say. We cover our ass there. And now, and now here's another thing to say. In the interest of national security, like let's imagine a scenario where Biden is deathly ill and Kamala is not really capable of taking over as president right now.
Let's
And
see if they're going
there
to show
is,
the
you know,
footage.
like,
Let me
who's
fast
next
forward.
Speaker of
Show
the
the
House.
footage here.
In 2000 and I forget what year it was, where I believe so much bigger than Joe Obama.
Here we go.
administration. Look at the size of this guy.
This isn't the
He's
clip I saw.
so much bigger. Look how big he is. He's so much bigger than Joe. He's so much bigger. Like he gained a legitimate 6 inches. Look how tall he looks.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Wait, Jamie,
The
there's
phrase,
one
she's
on
wearing
s-
heels as well.
Jamie, there's one on Scott Adams' Twitter.
This is from his Twitter.
Oh,
But let's
no,
watch.
it's the one he's walking to the helicopter.
Let's watch this again. Yeah, that's another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another one. That's a similar one too, where you see it one more time. Let's see him walk again. So like, look how much bigger he is than Jill.
Holy shit.
He
yeah.
towers over her. He didn't used to
I
tower
didn't see
over
this
her
clip
like
before I
that.
saw the other one.
And also, if you look at her, she's wearing high heels. See?
Oh wow, yeah, you're
See
right.
her high heels? Okay, and he's towering over her. That is a much taller person.
They show a picture.
So maybe they hooked him up with some fucking secret sauce that's going to keep him going, and he'll be back. Maybe they have ability to go back like biologically, take
Oh
you
wow,
back
oh
a
wow.
decade or two. Yeah,
Well-
giant
Well,
difference.
hold
in
on.
height.
Is that because she could be behind him? So the
No,
angle-
listen, she also has high heels on, man.
no, but on the left, it could be that she's
No,
standing.
no. That's a different human.
Joe.
There's
Look at the size
the ele-
difference of the torso.
them walking to the helicopter is the one where it looked really.
Go back to
different
that, please. Look at the size differences in the torsos themselves, from the top of his shoulders to where.
Oh,
his-
look how many buttons. Yeah, look at the white of the shirt.
Yes, just look at the size difference. Look how much longer that human is on the left. Now, it may be Biden. Listen, they might have some wild shit that brings you back from the dead.
But
Like medical science is getting like there's some people out there working on some wild stuff.
But do you know?
Maybe they just fucking jolting them up with some Wolverine juice. It's
do
like,
you-
"Ah!"
well, Wolverine juice is going to make you taller. But here's the thing.
I'm glad that they brought that up. I want to get your guys' thoughts on this as well. Drop your comments down below. But yeah, the main portion of this video kind of got sidetracked a little bit, but I just wanted to talk about Kamala Harris and Donald Trump refusing to admit Kamala Harris's blackness. What do you guys think? Drop your comments down below. Let me know. Other than that, guys, I will catch you on the next one.